I am now with the driver of Mudman Trucking and the person that created, which is Jim Vino. And what do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Gecko?
What do you want to know?
Well, the life, the business. How was it like, you know? How was it like being on the road?
Being a truck driver, it was just like anything else. You drive from here to there and back.
You know, being famous, being a legend like Bob Chandler, Dennis Anderson, up there with Gary Wiggins, Mopar Magic, Gary Porter, Carolina Crusher. You're up there with the greats, you know that. You and Jim. And the crew.
Yeah, Team Swag, yes. Can't rule them out. They made it possible too. Jimmy, if anybody, made it more possible than anybody, because Jimmy was the one who designed and built the truck.
Yeah, now show us that picture. I'm going to focus in on it.
This is the lady, well, I affectionately call her the lady. This is the lady, I'll say, shortly after Jimmy got done with her. She hasn't been lettered yet. You know, like everything else, you go through a learning period. There's a process to go through. You learn, you get some cars together and you learn the right technique to launch her up onto the cars without rolling it over and things of this nature.
Now, as a driver, now we know you got some stories. Tell us some of your great ones.
Oh boy. That's going to be kind of hard.
Pick one of them.
Pick one of them. Oh, gee.
But what about the time that you were on the road and the tarp was covered over the front and Jimmy was asking, why is the front covered?
Oh yeah, there was one occasion I had the truck out and I found out the hard way, you don't get into a fight with the wall because the wall always wins. And it was kind of hard to explain to Jimmy when I come back why the truck was covered up with a tarp. And when he found out, he wasn't exactly too happy about it.
Wow. Let's just say he was singing a tune.
Ooh, yeah, you could say he was singing a tune, all right. I don't want to use the precise words, but yeah, he was singing a tune.
But you guys also made him a happy man when you guys won too.
Yeah, when it come down, when it came to hunker down, we all hunkered down and we did what we had to do, and I brought back some trophies and stuff.
Now I distinctly remember you were in Bloomsburg. It's on video on YouTube.
Ah, yes.
1988.
That I believe was I think Jimmy was there that year. Because every time there was something new, Jimmy would go first. And I think Jimmy wanted to get into the into the monster truck racing part of it, I think. So 1988, Bloomsburg, what's on YouTube was all the trucks going through their same thing with NASCAR. Before the race, they would go and you'd see them going around the track a day or 2 days before the race. Qualifying. That's the word. I think that was qualifying. Because the next day, you knew which spot you were.
Come on, Sam, get this up. Robbie, you gotta move.
You knew what spot you were in when you come in that next morning.
I just love the way people come in and just take over my house.
Next.
Yeah, now we know that you have a video, a home video. Now I would like to get that on video here as well.
Ooh. And this is, yeah, like I said, most of it is when Jim Pena had the truck. Like I said, every time there was a new venue or something like that, Jimmy would go. And then after Jimmy'd been there, he was the deciding factor whether we went back there or not. Well, of course, at the time it was his truck. So.
Now, for all the upcoming rookies and newcomers that are coming into the industry, what would you have to say to them?
Well, make sure you got a lot of money. Make sure you know what you're doing. And you're doing it for your enjoyment, and you're doing it for the kids. You do it for the kids. All right, promoters. All right, there's promoters out there, but after he gets done taking his little ditty, and you sit down and you figure out how much money you put out in gas or diesel for your transporter, how much money you laid out for the truck to get your monster truck there, and then you have to get, depending on what you're running on, either alcohol or gasoline. You got to figure out how much that costs you. All things like that. It's all, you got to think about all that kind of stuff.
Is there anyone that you want to say hi to?
It would have to be Rich Blackburn from what's the name of that monster truck he's got? Viper, yes. My memory over the years has gotten bad, but I'd like to say, especially.
And Rich, just to let you know, buddy, he still got the picture. To this day, still has the picture. So just remember, dreams can always come true someday. One day, that truck will come back as a tubular chassis truck.
It'll come back with a vengeance.
And it will come back. Anyone else that you would like to say hi to, other than Rich?
Well, what I was going to say to Rich was, I was going to say hi to Rich and keep a stiff upper lip, and don't let things pull you down. If you don't like the situation you're in, don't go. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. You rather stay home and do some of the, like, take care of some of the venues here, well, that's up to you. But you really don't need a promoter for, you'd be better off. You'd be better off if you did it all by yourself, because then you could sell your t-shirts. Oh boy, the ghost, she's trying to tell me something. You'd be able to sell your t-shirts at what you want to sell them. All that money you take in on t-shirts and pictures and stuff, that's all your money. Nobody else's but yours. And let's see, who else do I want to say hi to? Well, Jim, Vina, and the boys, Team Swag. Because without Team Swag, they couldn't make it possible either. Swaggy! Oh, that's how we did it. Never, ever wear your shirt with your monster book on it. For some reason or another, if one of us was wearing a Mudman t-shirt, something happened to the truck and it broke. So we all wore Hawaiian shirts, and the truck stayed together, and we did all right.
It seemed like it was a jinx. If you guys are wearing your Mudman shirts or your Mudman trucking shirts, it seems like it was a jinx.
Yeah, it was, for some reason or another, it was a Jonah. We called it a Jonah. And a lot of times we all wore Hawaiian shirts. And I don't even know if I could still fit into mine. But, if somebody had a Mudman trucking t-shirt on underneath a Hawaiian shirt and the truck broke right away, it was like, oh, wait a minute, no, we gotta find it. There's a shirt here that ain't supposed to be here. But, but that's neither here nor there.
All right, well, that includes our interview today. Thanks for this interview. And this is the driver of once was the Mudman monster truck, and I'm glad and I appreciate the honor. He is my father, and I appreciate and I had the honor. I thank that.
I didn't get past you. I had to